Today it's an interaction between some of the candidates that are going for the presidency and young people selected from around the country and from different aspects of Foróige's work.
You're all probably very excited to be here today. I learned a lot about Foróige. I was in Foróige myself. I grew up in Leitrim in a place called Drumshanbo. Foróige was great, obviously, for bringing sort of young people together and us all having a very interesting time. We did lots of stuff there. I've heard say there's 53,000 Foróige members, and I'm sure thousands of them would love to be here today. So the 100 that are here, they have big responsibility, I suppose, for the other Foróige members and for young people generally, to ask the questions that matter.
We rear our children and our young people not just for our families, but we rear them for civic society, for Ireland. And Ireland is going to need its young people into the future. So having an event where young people who have or have not got a vote are given an opportunity to discuss with presidential candidates their vision for the kind of Ireland they want into the future is really essential and vital.
That my name will be on the ballot paper for the presidency in 2011 is because of Foróige. The sense of confidence, the ability to speak in public, that sense of self-belief and that sense of self-resilience that all of us need when we hit difficult times, that I learned in Foróige. But the most important gene, the most important characteristic that has in many ways reflected my life to date has been the other characteristic I learned from Foróige, and that is the sense of self-determination, of learning by doing.
The ambitions that you had for the future to get so many young children and young adults involved through the Foróige programme was hugely impressive. It's a credit to you, and I think it shows what can be done when groups mobilise themselves together in the way that you did.
The things that you're learning in your youth club now and bringing to others, these are character forming and will make a difference for them for the rest of their lives. I have this interest now because somewhere along the way, somebody awakened this interest in me.
And I certainly think there should be a young person at the Council of State. You also need as well to transform rules and the way they are made. You need to transform politics. Who needs to transform so much? Young people should take charge of that, and all I have to say in this short introduction is to be the arrow, not the target.
My first introduction to Foróige was in Kilkelly. I knew it was an organisation of great importance. It was grassroots, it was intergenerational, and it was obviously bringing out the voice, the talents, the innovation, and the commitment to your community.
A child should be protected by the state until the age of 18. The justice system prosecutes anyone over the age of 16 as an adult. This takes the child's protection away. What do you propose to do to make people aware of this?
I do feel that as it's under the age of 18, that the parents must be involved in whatever is the solution.
How would you inspire confidence and self-belief in young people and adults to prevent drug and alcohol abuse?
I'm setting up presidential seminars, and I have decided to have the first one on being young in Ireland, and that includes youth unemployment, the exclusion of young people from decision making, youth immigration, youth suicide and so forth.
How can you help raise awareness of mental health issues?
I think one of the biggest issues around the whole area of mental health and mental illness is the stigma that's attached to it. That people still think that somehow there's something wrong about not feeling good in yourself. I'm afraid to admit that because it says something about me as a person. But that shouldn't be the way.
How do you plan on decreasing immigration in the country, particularly with young students just got out of college?
The most important part of that is the only way you can stop immigration if you create a place where people want to stay and where they can stay. And the wanting to stay is about a positive environment, because one of the things I know about young people, they don't like to be in an environment where it's negative. So it has to be a positive environment.
How would you feel about donating? Like, I know lots of you are thinking about not taking the full wage for the presidency. How do you feel about donating that to communities for building up facilities and stuff like that?
The salary is actually set by the government. But I think what's important, and we were discussing this in our last group in relation to the presidency, is how a president can put that salary to work for the benefit of all people.
What qualities would you bring to the role of presidency?
I think everybody in this room has their own personal qualities and strengths. Mine, I believe, is a sense of building confidence and building belief. So much so was I impressed with Foróige that in later life I became a professional youth and community worker. And so my heart is very much in community and that collectiveness that allows us to achieve much more when we work together.
I'd just like to thank, on behalf of all of us, to thank the candidates for coming down today.